In the multiplication table, each letter represents an integer. What is the value of C? So let me quickly explain what is the meaning of this multiplication table. This means that this A multiplied by this A is equal to D. So I'm just writing a few instances so that we can understand that what exactly this multiplication table means. So I'm reading the first row of this table. So I understand that D is equal to A square. We can also say that E is equal to A multiplied by B. So E is equal to A into B and F is equal to A multiplied by C. Similarly, we can say that E is equal to A multiplied by B. We already have noted it down. We can say that G is equal to B square, while H is equal to B multiplied by C. Similarly, let's read the last row, which is F is equal to AC. We already have noted it down in the first row. H is equal to BC. We have noted it down in the second row. And the third row says that J is equal to C square. So now we have all the interpretations of this multiplication table. The question is talking about the value of C. So if we knew the value of J, we would be in a position to answer the question. The first statement here says that C is equal to F. Let us see that where are C and F related. So we can see that C and F are related right at this place. We know that F is equal to AC. So now we can represent it as C is equal to AC. And since C is an integer and this is the multiplication table, so we can say that AC multiplied by AC minus C is equal to 0. That gives us C taken common, A minus 1 is equal to 0, which means C equal to 0 or A equal to 1. So these are two possibilities, but the question does not say anywhere that they are non-zero integers. So there are two possibilities that C is equal to 0, but if A is equal to 1, then C may not be 0 and therefore C may have some other value. Inconsistent answer means the first statement alone is not sufficient to answer the question. Now we cross option A and option D. Let's check the second statement. The second statement says that H is not equal to 0. Now that H is not equal to 0, let's quickly see where exactly is H in this table. If H is not equal to 0, then we understand that B multiplied by C is not equal to 0. That means none of the B and C is 0. But once again, we do not have any unique value to arrive at, therefore the second statement alone as well is not sufficient. Now we see that after combining the two statements, we may have something useful here. So we combine the two statements, and after combining the two statements, from the first statement we know that either C equal to 0 or A is equal to 1. But the second statement confirms that C is not equal to 0, otherwise B into C must have been 0. If C is not 0, that simply means that A is equal to 1, but in that case C can have many possible values which are unknown to us, and therefore we are failing to answer the question with a unique value, and we say that even after combining the two statements we do not have sufficient information to answer the question, and final answer to the question becomes option E, which says statement 1 and 2 together are not sufficient. Thank you so much.